You've changed just a little.
You can see these farm pigs, they get quite big.
There's tusks. So this is the problem here, they're starting to
They're starting to get quite big, and they're quite pointy.
Burpy's now 220 kilos of grunting muscle and knows that he has big tusks to use on any vet that comes near him. They're fair weapons.
They are. I mean, you can see that they've really evolved to be great fighting tools, the angle that they grow out on. And this is our difficulty, because he has a couple of friends in his paddock with him, he only has to just gently swing that head around and he can cut the other pigs. And even, for us when we go in to feed him, because they do love belly rubs and pats and things like that. So we've got to think of our safety as well.
Those tusks are big, they're starting to curl around, so he obviously needs it done. Whether he knows that, not so sure. I just get the funny feeling that food might somehow be Burpy's friend.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yep, they're well-named pigs.
Burpy has dangerously overgrown tusks that need to be trimmed. To sedate the 220-kilo pig, Chris has a cunning plan.
With a big bowl of food in front of him, he'll be distracted enough, I'll be able to sneak up and put a little injection into his neck. You're hungry, aren't you? It's no wonder you've got that amazing figure, Burpy.
Good boy. Hey, how good's this? Yeah, yummo.
Hey, you're about to feel something. There we go. So now it's just a matter of getting this injection in nice and slowly while he's eating. And then once he's asleep, we can get in there and do these tasks. That might be easier said than done. Bed. 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 Come on. Thank you.
Back to bed. Good boy. Oh, he's getting groggy, isn't he? Good boy. Good piggy. Oh, he's a good pig. He's a good pig. Oh, what a good pig. Oops, missed the starting line.
Come on, here we go. That's it, buddy. It's time to sleep. Let's go.
Good boy.
Just arranging the bed. So the plan is to get in there with the wire, being very careful that he is going to stay asleep, and then start to shave those tusks away. It's incredibly dangerous, so we just have to make sure he is really and truly asleep. Hey, how you doing? You out to it? Yeah, you're asleep enough.
At Edgar's mission, Burpy is now asleep, and Chris is happy to start removing his dangerous tusks.
So this is the one we've got to cut here. Geez, that's sharp. It's only now when Burpy's asleep and I can actually feel those tusks with my own fingers that I realise just how sharp they are. They obviously need to come off. Getting them off, though, might be tricky. The key here is just getting the wire in around this tusk and getting an initial cut, because this doesn't really work that well otherwise. I reckon the drill sounds bad at the dentist.
Oh, wow. Good job.
I've got a feeling the one on the other side is even bigger. That means rolling over a 220 kilogram pig. This is not going to be simple.
Good pig. Good boy, Burpy. Good boy. Oh. Way to go, Burp.
I think we got there. We got there. It's about 2 inches long, so almost 6 centimetres, with a really sharp point in it.
Oh, bingo. Oh, look at that one.
Oh, it's a good one. Now that Burpy's done, Pam and all the volunteers here are going to be a lot safer. There's no doubt about that.
Before Chris leaves Burpy to sleep off the sedation, he's got one final gift.
Obviously, Burpy believes in the tooth fairy.
Absolutely.
I'll just stop me here, Burps. Didn't say anything. Here you go.
Are you okay? Oh.
In Sydney,
One of the Shen twins, Audrey, is with Tonkinese cat Misha, who is in a lot of pain with a badly swollen face.
Hi, Priscilla. How are you?
Hey, Hershey.
Thanks for getting Misha in the carrier for me.
You're welcome.
Owner Priscilla is hoping Audrey can find out what's wrong with her much-loved 9-year-old.
Her face. Poor thing. I can see it quite swollen there.
Yes. She says yes.
Yes, she says yes.
Misha's face got really swollen and obviously something was quite wrong and she was not feeling herself. She was like, didn't want to have cuddles and wanted to be left alone. And so we got really worried and we called the vet.
Well, what we'll do is I'll take her into the van, have a good look at her, and then we'll go from there, whether we take her into hospital for more investigation as well.
Okay, sure.
You're worried?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
She's my kitty cat,
I know,
special
she's your
girl.
baby girl.
Yeah, I know. Come on, kitty, be okay, right? Hi, Misha. Let's get inside.
Big step up.
We're hoping to find out what's going on with poor Misha. It breaks my heart to see my cat like this. Yeah.
So it's nice and warm.
Yes.
Here we go.
There you go.
Oh, it looks so swollen. So even just you can see how much swelling there is just underneath the eye, just going to the top jaw. Certainly I'm thinking infection at this stage, and just that pus is accumulating under the cheek there. Her back molar at the top is quite red at the root, and there's a bit of pus dripping out behind the tooth. But once that completely heals, we do need to talk about diet and try to prevent her having any further dental disease in the future. We don't want this happening again. I am worried. I can see that back tooth is very infected, and what that probably means is her jawbone is also very infected. So I think with the condition that I'm seeing here, time is of the essence. That abscess is very painful and it's actually getting bigger and bigger. So I think best decision is to take her into hospital today. We'll give her a general anesthetic, have a really good look in there, and just try and get rid of the problem and the infection.
It's always a bit hard with your fur children. They're like family, so I'll work through it because I know she's in exactly the place where she needs to be to get better.
She's gonna be okay.
Yes, my little kitty.
Hi, Una.
Hi.
We've got Misha.
Come on in. Hi, Misha.
In Sydney, Audrey's about to start Misha's dental surgery with vet nurse Iona assisting.
Right, so we're going to take some bloods and pop her onto fluids, and then after that we'll get her ready for her dental procedure.
Sounds good.
I want to check her kidney function, liver function, make sure that that's all good to take the anaesthetic today. She's an older girl, so we need to watch out for those things. All right, the bloods are up. Great. Okay. Well, it's not unexpected. So these 3 kidney enzymes are all elevated above normal, and not surprising that the globulins are also high because she's got a nasty infection in her mouth. Yeah. There's obviously an urgency to get this procedure done. She can't stay there with an infection growing in her jaw and in her cheek. It's actually burst. You can see some pus coming out from the inside of her mouth, just dribbling down her lip there. But I am a little bit worried. She has got a pre-existing kidney issue, which isn't uncommon in an older cat. So we do need to be careful with the general anaesthetic.
Hello?
Hi Priscilla, it's Audrey from Aussie Mobile Vet. It's all good. She's having a little bit of a cuddle with me and Iona at the moment. The reason why I'm calling is that we've run the bloods and it's not unexpected. 3 of her kidney enzymes are elevated.
Yes.
So moving forward, we still need to go ahead with the procedure, but we'll do everything we can to make sure that her kidneys function well during the anaesthetic.
Thank you so much.
Okay, talk to you
Thank
soon.
you.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
So now I've got the cannula in, I'm going to pop her onto the fluids, and that will just keep her well hydrated before we start any of her general anaesthetic. So Misha's a bit of a tricky case because obviously being an older cat and having kidney issues, you're not keen to put her on the anaesthetic and put her through that. But unfortunately, she's got a condition that's life-threatening. If we leave it, we've really got to go in and get that infection out. Otherwise, she could die from that. So we're going to go really slowly with her anaesthetic. I only want to give her enough so that she just goes to sleep. We've just got to be careful with those kidneys.
All right.
No, we found the vein, so I've just given it through the needle. What we're finding is her veins collapse with the catheter, so I'm just going to give her some time to go to sleep. So what I'm doing there now is just giving her some gas. Like that is. Oh gosh, the abscess has just burst with that pressure. So she's nice and anaesthetized now. She has the anesthetic gas going through. So what I'm going to do is change this mask into a tube. Okay. that will just deliver the gas straight to her lungs. All right, it's a bit hard to maneuver with a swollen cheek and a swollen mouth and a burst abscess in the mix, but so far so good. We're just connecting her up to the monitor now. That's going to let us know what her vitals are throughout the procedure. Close. 1, 2.
But suddenly, there's a problem.
So we've got Misha anaesthetised, then she stops breathing. She's actually not taking any breaths on her own, which can sometimes happen, so I'm just breathing for her. Alright, okay. She's getting light. Come on, baby girl. Let's breathe on our own. Lucky for us, her heart is stable. We've just got to breathe for her. So Iona's there on the bag breathing for her while I just get on and do what I have to do. So here's the bad tooth. You can see the roots all infected. There's pus coming out the back of it as well. So we're going to have to take that tooth out. I think the reason why this abscess in the cheek is formed is because the root of that tooth has become infected, and that's because she's got bad teeth. So with dental disease, when the plaque builds up and the calculus builds up, it traps bacteria and that feeds into the root of the tooth and the gum. What I'm doing is slowly pulling the gum off the roots very, very gently. And I'm loosening the tooth from its attachments to the jawbone. I can see that some of those roots have dissolved away, probably because the infection is so bad. Okay, but it doesn't look like a normal tooth because all its roots have like rounded off. So these roots should be much longer than they are. So it's going to be important moving forward from now, how we keep these teeth as clean as we can. All right, we're going to suture up this big hole where I took the tooth out of. We've given it a really good flush with saline to get all that pus and infection out. Once we've done this, we're going to clean up all the rest of her teeth and wake her up and send her home. I'm really looking forward to taking Misha home to Priscilla. I know that she's waiting anxiously for her. I'm also really excited to tell her that we managed to get rid of the problem and how we're going to move forward to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Now, are we breathing on our own? Let's have a look. She's breathing now. We're all good. All right, chickadee, we're on the way home. Mummy's going to be very happy to see you.
In Sydney, Tonkinese cat Misha has recovered from her dental surgery, and Audrey is returning her to owner Priscilla.
Look, there's Mummy. Hi, Mama, we're home.
Hi, Misha.
She's been such a good girl for us.
Aww.
Hey, baby girl.
She looks so good, much better.
Yeah, I'm going to take her out so we can have a closer look.
Awesome. Welcome home, Misha.
You want to come out to Mama? Come here.
I'm feeling so relieved right now that my Misha is home. Thankfully, she's so much better now, and I think within a few days she'll be back to her own little sweet self.
So everything went really well in hospital today. I'm really happy that we took that tooth out because there was so much pus and infection behind it, and that's why you had that bubble on the cheek bursting through. Also on the other side, I think that was also about to happen because there was quite a lot of pus in there as well. So we've given it a really good clean, a really good polish, and moving forward I think the key is going to be keeping her teeth clean so she never gets another abscess again. Such a good girl for us in hospital today, weren't you, chicken?
She looks so much better.
Yeah, her face has gone back to normal, hasn't it?
Yes, she's got cheekbones back now.
You got your cheekbones back.
Yay.
All right, chickie. I'll see you in a couple of days. All right, bye, Priscilla.
Bye.
Good girl.
Chris, how you going, hey?
It's good. Sally's called me in because she has a Sumatran tiger with a toothache. It's a problem that's not going to be easily fixed.
Come on down, Chris. Hey there, come on. The keepers were feeding her one evening and noticed that she was very tentative about chewing on a particular side, and got her to open her mouth, and there, bingo, fractured straight through.
Hey, can you open it up and say ah? The problem with Soraya's tooth is that when it's cracked through, it's exposed the pulp of the tooth, but also the nerve. So any time anything touches that tooth, it'd be excruciating for Soraya. So what she needs is 2 words that send a shiver down in one spine: a root canal. I've done plenty of dentals on cats, but never on a really, really big cat with really, really big teeth. So it's going to be a really, really big challenge. So she obviously knows what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Sensing that.
When it comes to knocking them down and things like that, I always get very nervous. There is always risks associated with it. I don't like to think that, oh no, it might be the last time we see you. Go out straight away, yep. Yep.
Now that we know the dart's actually hit her, it's gone in, it's injected the anaesthetic, we now have to stand back and just make sure she goes down, but also that she goes down deep enough that we can get in there. Ready?
Yep.
Tigers are like people in one way. They don't go to the dentist willingly. So we have to bring the dentist to Soraya, and that's what we've done today. A whole lot of equipment, a whole lot of expertise, a lot of challenges along the way, and I don't know, you've got to be nervous. You look around the room and there are a lot of serious faces because if anything can go wrong, it's going to go wrong right now.
With Soraya now sedated and restrained, the extent of the Sumatran tiger's tooth fracture is finally revealed.
So she's got crown fracture, so that's very, very painful, very sore.
Chris has invited Sash dental surgeon Nadine Fiani to perform the delicate operation.
Her canal is a spectacular 7 centimetres. That's huge.
There's 7 centimetres of tooth beneath that fracture.
Just below the fracture, yeah. Crazy stuff.
Amazing.
What we'll be doing is going inside the tooth itself with some files and basically scraping the inside out, getting all that nasty muck, the infection, all out of there.
All this black material you're seeing coming out is the infected part, so you can see that really the damage you see on the surface is nothing compared to what's actually brewing underneath, and what's brewing is quite a serious infection.
That's it. Much less black muck coming out now, so we're winning.
But Soraya has now been on the operating table for more than an hour. As every minute goes by, the risk to the Sumatran tiger is dramatically increasing.
She's breathing a bit more rapidly than lions and tigers normally do, and a little bit more erratically than I would like. So I'm just keeping a very close eye on her.
Time under anaesthesia is vital for these guys, so the shorter that we can keep her under, the better it is for her and the safer as well.
What we want to do is make sure we get that right down to the bottom.
The purpose of this mixture here is to push in there and just like putty to fill in that gap. And that really gives the tooth strength but also prevents any infection from occurring from here. It's actually going all right now, but you just have to remember you can't rush this sort of thing. Each step takes a certain amount of time, and rush those steps and it just won't work out.
After 2 hours, Nadine is finally happy with the result.
You are home and dry.
My job is done. It is a relief. I feel like everything went very well.
With the operation over, Chris has a small window of time to admire the formidable Soraya.
Just the size of her paws and the size of these nails here. Just her forearms and her triceps and her arms there. I mean, she's a small tiger, but you look at that. Bodybuilder would be happy with that sort of arm. It's amazing.
Okay, so can we start moving? Chris, would you like
not a lot I can do
to
about
turn
it.
her up to 5?
You just get those out for you though.
It was only when I looked around the group that I realised just how much of a team effort it was. Everyone did their job and did it well, and thankfully Soraya got through it.
Yep.
She's awesome.
Soraya's root canal operation has been a success, but now the big cat has to be moved back to her den.
Just move her back towards the table a bit.
Still no reflex.
Yep.
It's the nerve-wracking time because if she, in the process of waking up, starts to swallow her tongue, then you can't go in there and move it because she's awake enough to do something about you. It could all come unstuck right now. Even after we've done so much, you just can't celebrate until she is totally awake, sitting up and looking alive, because things can still go wrong right now.
Soraya.
Honestly, I'm really trying hard not to look at Sal's face because she is just riding this emotional wave because it's one of her babies. There we go. Ah. Hey. Yeah. Me.
It's all right.
It's okay, girl. It's all right. Soraya's going to be a little bit sleepy for the next few hours, but slowly but surely all those little instincts of hers will kick back into action and she'll be back with the cubs before she knows it. It's looking good, team.
Yeah.
Well done, everybody.
Fantastic.
Thank you very
No,
much.
no worries,
thank
Sal.
you.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Sam.
Good to have you involved.
And well done you, huh?
Thanks
Very
very
well.
much.
Hello, how are you today?
Good. Who have we got here?
Who is it, Olivia?
Isn't she cute? Are you here to see Chris?
We are.
7-year-old Olivia and her pet cavoodle Daisy are making a return visit to the Bondi Clinic.
Her teeth are still in, and she wants to get them out.
Today, Olivia's sister Annabelle and mum Fiona have come along to find out what's going to happen with Daisy's obstinate baby teeth.
We were here a few months ago and Chris looked at the teeth then and advised that we give it a little bit more time because she was still a puppy. It's been coming up to 10 weeks now and they really haven't even become loose. Good girl.
She loves to play.
She does love to play.
Olivia and her mum both have a rare condition called osteogenesis imperfecta, or brittle bones. Daisy is courageous little Olivia's best friend.
Olivia spent a lot of time in hospital this year with a really big operation on her leg where they had to do corrective surgery. So Daisy's played an integral role in helping Olivia, get back to being a kid and having fun.
Hello there.
How are you, Chris?
You guys again, huh?
We're back.
How are you? When I walk out into the waiting room and see the gang with Daisy, it can only mean one thing. They've got some breaking tooth fairy news. She lost the teeth?
I lost my tooth.
You lost your tooth? You did too, I can see that.
But Daisy hasn't lost her teeth.
Ah, wow.
I've asked the tooth fairy not to take my tooth yet because I don't want her to take my tooth until Daisy gets her teeth pulled out. Can you take her teeth and my tooth together? Will you give something to Daisy?
Okay, so what we're looking for is a package deal. If there wasn't already enough pressure on me with Olivia, Fiona and Annabelle on my case, I've now got the tooth fairy waiting for these teeth. And you don't want to upset the TF. Okay. There it is, still there. Geez, it's solid, isn't it?
It doesn't move. I've tried to do what I did to Olivia's tooth and give it a wiggle, but it just doesn't. The poor dog's like gnawing, and they're just not coming out.
Yeah. And see, we're getting a little bit of redness between the two teeth there. So between her proper adult tooth at the front and the baby one behind.
Yep.
My hope was that those teeth would naturally start to loosen up because usually what happens is that the body dissolves those roots and so the teeth actually become loose and then eventually fall out. Right. For some reason in her body, that message isn't being sent. The real issue with these teeth hanging around in Daisy's mouth is that the teeth become too crowded and then you can actually get food or bacteria trapped between the teeth and from there an infection can result. So it looks like I've got a bit of a job to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah? You think I'm up to it? Yeah? I'm sure for Olivia, a little girl who spent so much of her young life in hospital, it must be a very surreal experience to see, I guess, the love of her life now in hospital as well. So there'd be some nerves there. I'm sure she's starting to wonder what's going to happen to her little girl. So as a vet, yeah, you feel that. I'll be as quick as I can, but she's going to have a little sleep and she's going to wake up with the best smile ever. Yeah? Almost as good as yours. Okay, I'll take good care of her for you. Breath holding.
At the Bondi Clinic, tiny Daisy is under anaesthetic for her teeth extraction. But her breathing is erratic, and that's got Chris worried.
What we often find with a lot of dogs when they first go under anaesthetic, they actually hold their breath. It's never a nice thing to see, because essentially all the anaesthetic monitors say your patient isn't breathing. No matter how much we might say it's not the case, the reality is that whenever you put an animal under anaesthetic, there's a risk attached to it. And my experience says the ones where you really hope everything goes well are the ones you have to watch over even more closely. The vitals are good. The encouraging thing is heart rate is spot on, pulses are great. You usually just have to wait it out and they do start to breathe again normally. Here we go.
Finally, Daisy's breathing is steady and Chris can start removing the 2 troublesome teeth.
The plan here should be pretty simple. It is a matter of just trying to get an instrument between her baby teeth and her adult teeth, loosen up the tooth that needs to be removed, and hopefully pull it out.
Daisy's baby teeth should have fallen out on their own.
The first thing I notice when I start working on the tooth is just how firmly attached it is. Normally these things, you can almost flick them out, but not this one.
See, we're starting to get a bit of a wiggle there. If we can try to get around the base of it, you kind of just start to weaken its attachments. And then you find you have a tooth. That little guy was causing all the problems. You can see the body's trying to dissolve this root here, but hasn't really done much of a job there. That's been the reason it's been hanging on.
This operation should realistically only take a matter of seconds, but we're now into the minutes. The second tooth is taking even more muscle to get out. And we're talking about tiny teeth.
She's quite firmly attached. You normally don't get this sort of attachment here. She really wanted to hang on to her youth. Okay, see, that one's got a much bigger root. That's quite abnormal to see that.
When this second tooth comes out, it's obvious why it's been putting up quite a fight. Its root is as long as the tooth itself. What I'm amazed about looking at these teeth is that there's no evidence that these roots have been dissolving like they normally should. So the simple fact is, if Fiona hadn't come back with Daisy, those teeth would be in there, possibly for life.
All right, Daisy. It went well. It went very well. You just need to sleep it off, okay?
Done. It is done, isn't it? Come on.
At the Bondi Clinic, Daisy is awake after her dental surgery. Owner Olivia can't wait to be reunited with her little mate.
She's going to lose some teeth too as well, so then we'll be matching.
Hey guys, look who is here.
Hello, Daisy.
Here you go. There's your little girl back. Looking at the way Daisy really strains to take off and rush towards Olivia, you can see that even though they haven't really known each other for too long, it's a very strong bond. And it makes sense. They've been through a lot together. Now, I've got to say, those teeth took some convincing to get out.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think we made the right move.
Oh, that's good.
Otherwise, I think she could have had them
A
the rest of her life.
lifelong puppy teeth.
So she should be fine now. So now when you get home, you can compare smiles. See who's got the prettiest. I think you might have her. I know that Olivia's been looking forward to this moment where she gets Daisy back, but she's not saying much. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with the fact that it's been a tough day, a stressful day for her, but at least now both of them can share stories about what it's like to go to hospital. Now, down to business.
What's in there, Olivia?
There's Daisy's teeth.
Yeah. The Tooth Fairy has promised to give Daisy, I believe, a treat. So Daisy and I were talking and she's looking forward to this moment. What would you like from the Tooth Fairy?
Probably money.
Probably money. Let's get down to business. Money. Yep. Well, it's been great to have Daisy and the family in the clinic today. The fact is, these guys have spent more than enough time in hospitals. So for them to be able to go home tonight happy means a lot.
Yeah, we can go home and see Ruby.
There's no doubt that up here in North Queensland, the saltwater crocodile is king. They're at the absolute top of the tree when it comes to predators. And if they didn't already have a reputation for being, well, just a bit cranky, then the one I've just been called out to see now has a problem that could make it even more so.
Chris is now in Townsville in North Queensland. He's on his way to the Billabong Wildlife Sanctuary to try to help a senior citizen in real strife.
How are you?
Hey mate, how you going?
Rick, isn't it?
Yeah, Chris, nice to meet you.
You too, mate. Now, I see reptiles, but not quite as big as I was expecting.
Nah, mate, just the turtles at the moment in our main lake. Yeah, so.
Where's our boy with the sore tooth?
Buddy, he's down the back. He's in an off-display enclosure, keeping him nice and calm and relaxed for you.
Chris's patient is Riley, a 45-year-old saltwater crocodile.
I've got hold of Chris because I've noticed on the bottom jaw of Riley there's this large mass and an opening of a hole where a tooth should be, and I'm a bit concerned because I don't know what's going on.
So his issue is the bottom jaw towards the front of the right side?
Yeah, that's it, that's the one.
So what, you're just noticing he's just not that willing to chew on that side, to use that side to rip and tear on his chicken, and is that what you're saying?
He's definitely not manipulating food to the right-hand side, especially to grab or latch a hold of. It's definitely all going to his left.
Yeah. Do you think it's getting worse over time?
Yeah, we've noticed like an increase in the size. I'm guessing it might be some sort of irritation or infection around that area.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not, and I'm hoping it hasn't developed into something too serious and we're too late to do anything about it.
The 4-metre croc is a much-loved resident of the park, and everyone is desperate to make sure he's okay.
Riley's probably one of our best crocodiles here, so I just want to see him get like the best of life and the best care, and whether that's getting the tooth removed or something done about it, it really means a lot.
Either way, whether this tooth is broken or it's loose, one thing's for sure, it's going to be sore. And a crocodile with a sore tooth is not really the crocodile you want to mess with. All right, well, I can delay it as long as possible, but ultimately, I need to look at that mouth of his. But no human likes going to the dentist and no animal likes going to the vet. So put those together, we've got a very special perfect storm happening here.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
I've worked with enough saltwater crocodiles in my time to know they are the epitome of unpredictability. Their huge size and their unbelievable instinct means you just cannot trust them. Today is not going to be a good day.
So just this way, Chris?
Yep.
All right, so Jeremy, up the front. Chris and Brad, you guys come with me. Jeremy, I'm going to get you down the front here, spotting for Bonza.
Hang on, who's Bonza?
Oh, there's a girl in there as well.
There is actually another croc in there.
Yeah, there's two.
Oh, there she is, just next to him.
Yeah, so you can see her now just hiding down. She's in a real good spot because he's actually coming across and she's staying guard, which is really good at the moment.
Yep.
Chris and the team have to be vigilant. They're now dealing with 2 killer crocs.
All right, Jeremy, keep her at bay, hey? Come here, big guy. I'm lying. He's kind of assessing the situation because if I'm a potential meal, he probably doesn't want to blow his cover too quickly. He wants to sneak up. Come on, mate. Here coming. Come on, Riley. He's definitely interested, Chris.
Good?
Yeah. Not too bad. Come here, big guy. Come on.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Come on, big guy.
Yeah, that water wasn't magnifying him before, was it?
Nah.
That's a big croc.
Come on. Hey. Settle down. All right. I just gently rub him on his eyes there. Can I have your teeth open, please? There we go.
When I look down at the area that Rick's concerned about, there's certainly an issue. It looks to have a hole there, but also I can see what seems to be some sort of remnant of a tooth. That's quite dramatic. When you compare it to the other side, there's nothing there.
Yeah, that side's really quite bulging, isn't it?
Yeah. The fact is, whether you're dealing with a crocodile's mouth, a dog's mouth, or a human's mouth, you have a lot of bacteria. And in Riley's case, with a hole like that, my concern is a serious infection could be taking hold of his body. Look, that shouldn't be hollowed out like that. And I can see at least 2 teeth.
Yep.
Possibly a third. When when really there should only be one there.
There's no doubt that Riley's jaw requires urgent medical attention. But first, Chris needs to assemble a large specialist team and come up with a plan.
All right, well, let's get back out.
Okay, sure.
Okay. See you soon, Riley. Catching a croc is never easy. One with a sore tooth is an even bigger challenge. And one that has a girlfriend in a pond just a few metres away, yeah, this is going to be quite the show. I basically just need to get him into a position where he's stable enough for me to give him an injection of some sedation, and then I can have a better look at that tooth there and work out what we do with it. No, I don't really know whether we're looking at a bone infection, whether we're looking at simply a loose tooth, whether we've got multiple teeth trying to come through the one socket. So it is all a bit of a mystery, but hopefully as a team we can solve the mystery and get this all fixed up. All right.
Good, let's do it.
Thanks for your help, guys. It's important to have a real strategy here, because unless every single person is on the same page, then today could absolutely descend into chaos. All right, let's do this.
All right. Easy going, Brad, easy going.
The danger today is really on two fronts. Certainly there's a danger for all of us going in there with Riley, but also Riley is at risk of something called capture syndrome.
That's good, mate.
All right, rope on.
All right, boys, not too much tension. Whee!
Crocodiles, once they're stressed, build up a lot of lactic acid. That lactic acid can make their body just too acidic, and ultimately it can shut down all their organs and kill them.
He's a big guy. Whoa! He's a big guy.
It's good, Rick.
All right, guys, rope 2 on. Oh, bit of a shake. Down the line.
The team has finally managed to get the ropes on.
Hang on.
But the risk now is that the monster croc goes into a death roll in an attempt to escape.
All right, let's go for a roll. Hang on him, guys, hang on him. Hang on. He's going to do it again.
If Riley rolls too many times, then the ropes are just going to get tangled around his face and potentially around his throat.
He's a big guy.
If that happens, today's relatively simple procedure, it could be fatal.
Go. Get out. Hang on. Get that. All right. Okay, so he's pretty much secured his own mouth here, guys. So, start off with tout on. All right, everyone get to your jumping positions. 1, 2, 3. Go. Hold him, lads. Westy, come in with the tape, mate. You guys good down there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good.
Keep going, mate, keep going.
I can't overemphasise the importance of managing Riley's stress levels.
Mouth's full secure. Good job.
Numerous saltwater crocodiles have died in this very situation, simply through building up too much lactic acid, which ultimately becomes toxic to their bodies. It's important that I now get some sedation into Riley.
Okay, going in.
I'm giving Riley a full 2.5 syringes worth of a drug called midazolam. The whole idea with that is to relax his muscles and hopefully relax his mind. Okay, they're in.
The sedation should start taking effect fairly quickly.
Wait, hold on to him.
But it seems the monster 4-metre croc isn't going down without a fight.
He's up, tiger.
It takes 10 minutes before Riley shows signs of relaxing.
That breathing's been pretty stable, hasn't it?
Yeah, you can definitely hear like it's almost like a snore.
Yeah.
It's not these very muscular, tense breaths.
The team can now move him to a croc board, but they have to be incredibly careful.
All right, guys, you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3, go!
Even though Riley is sedated, it's important to remember he's not anaesthetised. He's actually still conscious and still capable of an explosive outburst at any time.
Go!
Easy does it, guys. We're edging Riley forward up onto the croc board. From there, he's going to be roped down, and then I have to get to work.
Okay. Mark, grab your gag, mate. Okay, we're in.
This is Chris's first chance to get a good look at Riley's jaw.
Yeah, wow. Straight away I get a picture of the issue that Riley's facing, and it is extraordinary. That hole in his jaw is definitely not normal.
All right, so I'm happy with that in there. We've basically filled up that pit there.
Yep.
And all around the surrounding structures. So now I'm going to get in there and actually start exploring.
Everywhere I look inside this hole, I'm seeing fragments of teeth. Some are in their upright position, some are lying down, and some are pushing straight into the gum.
By the looks of it, what's happened here is he's had one tooth in a normal position, and instead of it being reabsorbed, it looks like another one's actually coming underneath it. And because it hasn't been reabsorbed, it's tried to find its own space and pushed into the side. Then another one looks like it's coming as well. So we've got multiple teeth all trying to go through the one socket.
Yep.
Because crocodiles can replace each and every one of their teeth up to 50 times during their life, what's happened here is that Riley's tried to replace a tooth that just hasn't fallen out yet. He hasn't just done it once, he's done it multiple times.
I'm just going to go digging here.
This has now become serious crocodile dental excavation. I'm using my tools to dig in around the base of these teeth and hopefully remove all the fragments.
While Chris gets to work, the team is closely monitoring the 45-year-old croc.
Big breath, buddy.
And that was what, 1 breath in 30 seconds?
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
This is the most forward of them. There we go. So
there's
one straight away. So that is a tooth that's tried to be reabsorbed, but it's actually remained and it's pushed into the side, which I think is where a lot of this swelling's coming from.
Yep.
Just have to go exploring and make sure the base of it isn't still in there. Okay, there's more to this tooth here. It just keeps on coming.
Oh, here we go. There it is. Jeez.
So we've got a lot of tooth fragments in there.
Ooh, that's another big one.
Okay.
I'm shocked. I can't believe this. In over 5 years of working with crocodiles, I've never seen anything as bizarre as this. How many has he got?
It's just a matter of working out what's meant to be in here and what's not. That's not. And neither is this. And neither are these.
Chris has now removed 3 massive teeth and multiple fragments, but it's not over yet.
It just keeps on coming.
Oh, jeez.
Just when this team thought they'd seen it all, here comes another one.
I don't think we're done. I think it's probably safe to say this tooth here is the most recent one to try to get through, but I just want to see how loose it is.
He's already removed a staggering 3 teeth from the hole in Riley's mouth, and he's hoping this should be the last of the problem teeth.
No, it's coming out as well. This is too loose.
While crocodiles produce teeth throughout their entire life, each and every tooth that comes through the same socket is a little bit bigger than the last. If this tooth is the most recent tooth, like I suspect, then chances are it's going to be the hardest to remove.
Oh. You've got to be joking.
Sorry, Riley.
Oh, jeez. There you go, mate, that's yours. Oh.
It gives you an idea about the resilience of crocodiles, doesn't it? That he's been tolerating that and ultimately fighting the infection. Well, thankfully, there's no more.
Oh, lucky that. Tooth fairy be broke.
All right, let's give everything a clean up.
When you line up all those fragments and see what has come out of that small hole, it is unbelievable. What Riley has been living with is beyond our comprehension, but just shows you the resilience and the power of these crocodiles.
Okay, just brace yourselves, guys.
An antibiotic injection completes Riley's treatment.
Okay, well, I'm clear. You would think that now the dental issue's been taken care of, our work here is done. But oh no, we still have to release Riley.
Hang on. Oh, yeah. All right, you ready?
There we go. So just stay where you are, Mark. Just keep pulling, guys. Okay.
Rightio. All straps are off.
All right.
One by one, these ropes are released, and it's time for Riley to rejoin his girlfriend.
Go. 1, 2, 3. Back legs are cleared. Yep. Off.
You and Brad.
All right, good. All right, guys. Hang tight. All right, we're going to do this.
All you guys at the back there, get up to that gate.
Ropes free, Mark out. Wait, comfy guy. Come on.
As Riley's released, he's a little ginger, but sure enough, one leg follows the other.
Moving all right, mate.
Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah. Riley's always had a smile that only his girlfriend could love, but now we've removed these teeth. He's going to have a little gap in there for a few months, but overall, for Riley, this is an amazing result.
Mate, thank you very much.
Well done, buddy.
Oh, I couldn't have done it without you and my team.
Hey, what a great team.
Yeah.
Good work, guys.
Oh, top job. Chris is a fantastic vet, and I don't think there's too many vets out there that are brave enough to shove their hand inside a crocodile's mouth. That was unbelievable. Look at this, straight away, his girlfriend.
He's just saying, look, I'll be a little while. It's been a rough day. Rick and his team are understandably over the moon over how today's worked out. It's a huge result for them and also for Riley. The only one that doesn't really win out of today would have to be the Tooth Fairy, who may very well go broke after this.